Even in my childhood, I probably knew just about every epic poetry by heart, because it was tradition in the family that we will recite it around the table, around the dining room table. And this was exercise for young minds too, because even before we started reading and writing, we were reciting by heart.
Traditionally, epic poetry was performed by guslar, who sang epic poems while playing on a single-string wooden fiddle instrument called gusle. Epic poetry dealt with real historical events, mostly the Battle of Kosovo and the destruction of the Serbian Empire. However, over time, historical events and persons turned into myths. Marko Kraljevic, the most popular epic hero, was depicted as a clever supernatural strongman who fought against the Turks and who could outdo almost anyone. However, according to the history, Marko Kraljevic was a Serbian nobleman and a Turkish vassal who died fighting alongside the Turks. But through epic poetry, he became somebody whose character rose the spirit of the nation.
Remember that epic poetry is created through oral tradition, through people's minds. People were reciting those, always adding something. In the beginning, there was a kernel of historical truth and historical evidence, and then in time, it developed into really much of the fiction, because it is an artistic expression and all the artists have the freedom to do it. So we do have basic historical facts which underline some of the historical poetry, as well as historical personages mentioned in the poetry. The others are not historically documented, but also remember that very many of documents have been lost in time, so we don't know. For instance, there is a big discussion about the father of brothers Jugović's, 9 Jugović's. They have been trying to identify who they might be, but I don't think that it is possible, although there are various hypotheses about it.
Serbian epic poetry is full of patriotism, sacrifice, and personal courage. Jug Bogdan and his 9 sons died sacrificing their lives for the good of Serbia. Prince Lazar, supreme commander of the Serbian army, also died at the Battle of Kosovo, while the eternal glory belongs to Miloš Obilić, who slayed Turkish Sultan Murad.
These kind of heroic deeds were used in the first insurrection and in the second insurrection as prototypical. This is how heroes who die for their nation behave, and this is how nations should behave.